only has gear made for elite athletes, from luxurious workout brands to dumbbells that go up to 150 pounds and machines that could only found at an NFL stadium. The Rock makes sure all the $300,000 worth of equipment is used every day. He's actually so dedicated he can't even leave to go to the bathroom during every workout. I have to go to the bathroom, so I break out the bottle. Oh, and if he has to travel somewhere, no problem. He is a team of people to transport all 40,000 pounds to his destination. That means he pays about 210 grand every time they move it, and the Rock makes sure his moving gym is never late. I mean, he has enough watches for every time zone in the world, and his Breitling Super Ocean Heritage chronograph cost him 8.3 grand alone. You know you're rich when you call your watch a chronograph, but he rarely buys one-off editions cause he collects collections of watches. He owns a $158,000 collection of Tag Heuer, a $53,000 collection of Raleighs, and 4 IWC watches coming up to 76 grand. But his biggest watch stockpile of all is from Panerai. He owns so many, even his alter ego wears them, and after he dropped $48,000 in Panerai to rock up this game again, cause this Otar Royal Oak Frosted Gold chronograph cost them $328,000. That's more than every other watch mentioned combined, making his full inventory worth $560,000. But he's not completely self-centered, cause since he was a kid, The Rock has always been a man of the people. At 11 years old, he saw his dad grant the first ever wish for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and since then, The Rock has granted 21 kids wishes just to meet him, but he wanted to give more than just a wish, so he dropped 100,000 on top of it, and with Disney movies on his resume, now it's clear that Rock loves kids more than BBL Drizzy. He's even donated $1 million to Children's Miracle Network and another $1 million to Nicholas Children's Health System, and The Rock also couldn't forget the school where all of his success started, so he dropped $2 million for an alumni center at his college. If his student loans weren't paid off, they sure as hell are now. And you know what else is paid off? The millions of dollars worth of supercars he's got, since he has so many. Ford even let him unveil this 2018 Mustang to the world, but The Rock didn't want to own it himself, so he get to that $50,000 car to a combat veteran, and it's not the only time he gave a car away. When The Rock was homeless as a teenager, this guy Bruno gave him a place to live. So to pay him back, The Rock gifted Bruno a Ford F-150. The Rock's got to be one of the nicest guys alive, man, but this mean Plymouth Prowler says otherwise, cause he took it from the set of Pain and Gain for $39K, and he loved that criminal lifestyle so much he got himself the ultimate cartel mobile, a 76 grand Cadillac Escalade, but that 5,000 pounds SUV was too small for him, so we got a massive 6,500 pounds Ford Hennessy Velociraptor. This $150,000 monster could deliver the smackdown to any wrestler. And he's got an insane paint job too. Smuff blue. Well, at least his Lamborghini Aventador isn't as embarrassing as that. With a top speed of 217 miles per hour in a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds, it's one of the fastest cars in the world, and he spent a small $216K on it. But with that fast, he had to have some class to match those crazy IWC watches, and the Rolls-Royce Wraith is the pinnacle of class. Even with this undersized suits, The Rock still looks fresh as hell coming out this Bond car with 300 bands, and he must have got addicted to classy rides, cause he bought a McLaren 650s for $309,000 and another Rolls-Royce, except this one is a Cullen. If he's ever feeling charitable again, maybe you could share that second Rolls around, cause it cost him $330,000, but after the roll, The Rock stopped messing around with thousands and stepped into spending millions like The Rock's LaFerrari, the company's highest performing car. I mean, they put a goddamn F1 engine inside this thing with a top speed of 218 miles per hour. This whip could probably race the Flash, but the price for superhuman speed is no joke, cause this thing cost them $1.14 million, and it's still no competition for The Rock's P1 McLaren. It makes 650s look like a Camry. And this hypercar is rare, so rare that every single car is one of a no two were ever made the same, and The Rock loves to stand out, so we dropped a bag of $1.15 million for it. Now hypercars, supercars, and luxury whips may be cool, but get ready for the most insane car yet, a car most people only dream of, the 2017 Ford GT. Don't let this simple muscle car fool you though. Even though he purchased it for a cheap $450K, it's worth over $1.2 million now, but $1.2 million is nothing when compared to the holy grail of his garages, the Pagani Huayra. This is the Jesus Christ of cars, by far the fastest car he owns at 238 miles per hour, by far the rarest, as it's one of 100, and by far the most expensive car he owns at $2.55 million. And the Pagani brings his total garage value to an insane net worth of $6.10 million. It's the perfect automobile, well, almost perfect. The Rock had a modded A bit so he could actually fit inside, but he still looks like a straight-up baller in this thing, and if anyone knows how to ball out, it's The Rock, cause he even bought his own football league. Since the NFL dominates the fall season for football, The Rock brought back spring football to compete. The main spring football league was the XFL, but after COVID they to declare bankruptcy, leaving to The Rock to come in at the last second and absolutely pour money onto the failed company, cause he bought the XFL for $15 million and single-handedly saved spring football, and with plans to get the team count from 8 to 16 by 2026, The Rock could be a legit competitor to the NFL. You got to hand it him. He went from an absolute in a turtleneck to competing with world-famous sports, but one sport he can never compete with is the WWE, cause they literally own The Rock. Up until their most recent deal, The Rock didn't even own his own name, but since The Rock wanted to make a return to the ring as a wrestler, he had some leverage to make the WWE transfer ownership of the name. And finally, he secured that deal for $30 million, which basically makes the name The Rock worth $30 million. This dude's name alone is worth more than Taylor Swift's house, but he doesn't trip when it comes to real estate either. As the richest actor in Hollywood, he has some of the craziest cribs out there, and his mansion in Miami is basically a private resort. It even has its own movie theater, so he can premiere his biggest flops with 6 beds and baths, a gym, a garden, and pool. This thing comes in at a crazy $3.40 million, but before he bought up more land, he figured he should get back to his family, so he got his mom an even bigger house, this 4,400-foot mansion in Nino. Has 6 bedrooms and 4.5 baths, and he even personalized it for his mom's taste. She has her very own ukulele display room, a SmackDown theme room to show off for some success, a private chef, and a room just for breakfast. I hope she knows how much The Rock loves her, because he dropped $3.8 million for this place, but it's nothing compared to the castle he owns in Georgia. This 14,000-foot mansion has a library, wine room, stone fireplaces, a saltwater pool, and a real T-Rex skull. For some reason, it even has a horse riding arena for him and his daughters. But this $9.5 million home still doesn't have as much room as he like, so he bought a 7-bedroom 7B mansion in Virginia too. Most little girls just pray for a pony, but The Rock actually answered his daughter's prayers, cause this place has horses, stables, and the entire countryside for them to ride at this $12 million mansion even came with the massive pool for The Rock to enjoy afternoons, but of course his most insane mansion lands in celebrity paradise, Beverly Hills. This Mediterranean-style home is built for athletes like The Rock.